Dads, how did your child change your life? Just like any dad, I'd imagined his first words would be Dada or Mama. But one day, she said, James. I decided to ask my wife if she knew any James. She looked me right in the eyes, shrugged, and said no. I tried to ignore it, but the name stayed in the back of my mind. After a few days of thinking it over, I decided to call a colleague of her work to see if there was someone there named James. And yes, there was, but not only that. She also told me they'd become pretty close with each other. I'd had enough and confronted her about it, asking if James was a guy she'd had been seeing. She immediately denied it, calling me paranoid with a frustrated tone. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off. Since I was often gone on business trips for a week or so, I decided to set up cameras in the house to see if something was going on while I was on my trip. And yes, 2 days into my trip, I got a notification. The camera had picked up motion in the living room. I opened the app and froze. There he was, James, standing right in my living room with my wife and son. I canceled my trip and drove straight back home. When I got there, James and my wife were lying in bed with my son asleep right next to them. I didn't say a word and took my son. After the divorce, I got 75% custody of her, and I'm charging for 100% right now.